The United States today is facing a real crisis in housing inequality and housing affordability. My name's Eva Rosen. I'm a sociologist at the McCourt School of Public Policy at Georgetown University, and I study urban poverty, racial inequality, and housing policy in the US. This year at Russell Sage, I'm working with my collaborator, Phil Garboden, on a book project about the low-end housing market. And specifically, we're studying supply-side actors, that is to say, landlords. So we're really interested to understand how landlords shape the low-end housing market and how they make decisions that are consequential for low-income tenants. So everything from how landlords make decisions about acquiring properties, screening tenants, tenant management, their eviction practices, and how they engage with housing subsidy programs. We have no right to housing in this country, and largely we have really abdicated responsibility for housing people to the private housing market. So studying landlords allows us to better understand how private market actors are shaping opportunities for low-income renters. And while we typically think of landlords as motivated mostly by profit, they are, of course, human beings who are subject to the same kinds of bias and even emotional kinds of motivation that really shape how they make decisions around how they run their businesses. One thing we really want to do with this book is to highlight the heterogeneity in different types of landlords. So we might think about slumlords who aren't keeping their properties up to code, or who may have high rates of evictions or eviction filings. And then we might think sort of on the opposite end of the spectrum about kind of the do-gooder landlord who maybe comes from a disadvantaged background, wants to give back in some way, wants to do something good by providing housing for the poor. But there are, of course, all shades of landlord in between, and those two extreme examples are probably somewhat rare. So we're really interested in uncovering who landlords are and how they operate. Being here at Russell Sage for the year is a chance to kind of step away from the normal pace of academic life and get a little bit of space to think about bigger questions. For me, it's also a chance to collaborate with Phil Garboden on the project that we'll be working on this year.